Hello, thank you so much for being here. This is Tiger Lilith Tarot, and I'm going to be doing a reading for Aries placements. Hello there, Aries. Hope everyone is good and well and healthy and safe. This is going to be a full moon spread, the full moon on December 18th. And this particular full moon is, it's called a micro full moon. The moon is actually going to be as far away from the earth as it can be while still being full. So what this means is that the effects of the full moon might be felt, might be less. They might be dulled a little bit. The full moon is usually a time that illuminates things. And because the moon is, again, as far away as it can be from the earth, the illuminating effects might be less. So hopefully this spread will help point out some areas for you. And then at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull an oracle card for how you can integrate the full moon in Gemini energy into Sagittarius energy, since we are in Sagittarius season. Right? And Gemini is our third house of communication, but more like our day-to-day communication and day-to-day travel, kind of how we live our lives. And then the ninth house of Sagittarius is like kind of the bigger picture, our life philosophies, ideologies, and big travel. This is higher education. And so we're going to take a look at how you can integrate like your day-to-day life with your ideologies and how you exist. So let's see here, Aries. The first placement is going to be a place to show gratitude. What has reached its peak? So from the new moon until now, so the past 2 weeks, though I will say, and this trend still seems to be continuing, all the readings I have done so far for this full moon have felt like more energy than the past 2 weeks. Usually this spread is supposed to be from the new moon to the full moon. So 2 weeks. Now, it could also be lessons and energies from June, because we had a new moon in Gemini in June. So this could be completion of some of those energies. But I'll be honest, all of the spreads that I've done up until now have felt like 2 to 3 year spreads. So this could be energies that are coming to fruition from 2 to 3 years ago. So gratitude, what has reached its peak? This is where to show gratitude, or what has been brought into tangible reality. Aries, I think you had the Hangman last time. I could be wrong. This is interesting. What's been brought into tangible reality, what you should be grateful for is, it's okay, the acceptance and surrendering of something. That's what the Hangman has done. He's put himself into like a meditative mode. And he's done this so he can search inward. But it is a card of acceptance and surrender as well, because sometimes we can't, I don't know why I'm getting like, not everything is fair. And I feel like maybe the past 2 weeks, 6 months, 2 to 3 years, things have just felt very unfair. And so you've had to kind of put yourself, like pull back your energy, which can be hard for an Aries, right? Your fire sign. So you've really had to pull back and put yourself in this meditative, accepted, like place of acceptance. And you're just like, okay, I'm just going to be here. I might be a little uncomfortable, but it's okay. It's almost kind of like the feeling of, there's a saying, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. I'm not saying that this is a love reading, but it's that kind of feeling of like, okay, if I can't be where I want to be, I'm just going to have to surrender and accept where I am. And while there is some power in that, if you've been doing this if this is a 2 to 3 year spread, which it does feel that way again with the cards that came out, and we'll see when we clarify, then expressing gratitude for this time of surrender and acceptance and uncomfortability is probably going to help set it free. And I think that is probably needed at this time, Aries, because it looks like you're trying to create something. Okay, let's see. Seven of Cups under where are you breaking a cycle? These are energies that have been shifting from darkness into light for you, kind of underlying energies. Seven of Cups is about having options, having lots of options. This placement could feel like it's like a revelation. I almost feel like you're breaking the cycle of doing the same thing all the time. This could be in work. I believe, again, your last reading was a little bit work related. And we do have the Three of Pentacles here, which could be work. Again, we'll see more when we clarify. But this place of acceptance and surrender for the Hangman, maybe it has caused you to realize that you have lots of options. Maybe starting a new job. I get the feeling you're starting something. That is for sure with the Magician and the Ace of Wands here. But something about it is hidden. We have the Moon as well. But so Seven of Cups, anyway, what cycle are you breaking? You're breaking the cycle of doing the same thing over and over again, of not thinking that you have options. Like you're realizing, okay, it's okay to daydream a little bit. Maybe too. What is in the spotlight? This is what to embrace. Working together. Even if something at your work has been rough, maybe there are certain coworkers that you know you can rely on, that you know have your back. This doesn't have to be in work. This could just be in life. The threes are about coming together. And the Hangman, when you break it down, is a 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So we do have 2 threes here. Threes are about momentum, building momentum forward. So what to embrace, working with others, the momentum that working with others can build too, not doing everything on your own. Seeing the Three of Coins or Pentacles can also be about apprenticeship. So yeah, see, I really think you're starting a new job or a new work venture. And you're going to be learning something new at this job. So just like embrace that. Embrace what you don't know. Seven of Cups, like I said, can be dreaming. I feel like it's really saying to lean into these energies and really get away from this Hanged Man, like uncomfortable place. This is, okay, how can you express yourself more authentically, where you could be feeling conflicted? We have the Magician. So you're having a hard time manifesting. Maybe the Magician is able to manifest, right? He has all the tools that he needs here. This is the 4 elements: Wands, Cups, Pentacles, and Swords. So he has everything here. He can manifest what he wants with the infinity symbol on his head, over his head, to symbolize that he is connected to like the infinite source. And so it's an abundant energy, but it's also, the Magician is ruled by Mercury. So it does have to do with communication. This is a full moon in Gemini, which is also ruled by Mercury. So, and we do have the Moon card coming out as well. I don't know, something about this full moon could really be like activating something inside of you, or just some like mental thing. But this is where you're feeling conflicted. It's like you're maybe having a hard time expressing or getting out what you want to manifest. Yeah, maybe it's with all these options that you realize you have now with the Seven of Cups, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like your eyes really opened up, right? Because I feel like here, if you look at it, it's almost like she's holding this blanket wide open. It's like on display. So I feel like you're here looking at all of these things very wide-eyed, not sure which one to choose, and that's making it hard for you to manifest what you really want, because there are so many options. Let's see. This is the lessons of the past 2 weeks, again, or 6 months, or 2 to 3 years, that you are to put to use now moving forward, is what the moon, right, what's suggested. So the Ace of Wands is what comes up here. your creativity, right? A spark, trusting something that like is an intuitive feeling, because the Ace of Wands is like that first spark. It's kind of like when, like if for metaphor of two sticks rubbing together, and when right as it ignites, right as you see the first flicker of a flame, that's the Ace of Wands. And you're not quite sure if it's gonna catch, if the flame is going to stay, right, or if it's going to fade out. So the Ace of Wands tells you to remain really open. And yeah, because you can't quite see the possibilities there, even if you have some foresight, even if you are connected, even if you are aligned. The aces can be so brand new that it doesn't look like it could be brought, you're not sure if it could, something that could be brought to life or not. So just remain very open, because you, there's a lot of newness and opportunity coming together and learning on this spread and getting away from this stagnant energy. Hangman doesn't have to be stagnant, but that's what I'm picking up here. The magic and wisdom of this moon phase, the overall guidance card, is the moon. The moon can be things that are hidden from us. So we'll see more when we clarify. It could also be encouraging to go on a journey. There are two pillars here on the moon, and it is like to walk through the pillars. Remember I said trust like your instincts, what to put to use, instincts, trust that gut feeling here, that flicker, that flame, just follow it. That's this too. Right? Because there's the animals on this card here. They're acting instinctually, right? It's nighttime. We have like a bunny? Yeah. Hopping from one ledge to another. It's encouraging you to walk through the pillars and go on the journey. So I would just trust yourself very much right now, Aries, because you are in a really powerful place here. Yeah, the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, the Make-A-Wish card, you are almost at emotional fulfillment. There's just one more cup left, and you'll get there. Let's clarify this spread, though, okay? So let's see here. Under the Hangman, what can you show gratitude for? And again, this is what has reached its peak. This is energy that is ready to be seen, and what that means is it's ready to be not put to use. It's ready to be put to use, but it could also be ready to be released, right? Because now it's in the spotlight, so now you can address it. And that is the Hangman. And and we show gratitude to it, right? So that we can release it, okay? Or use it for goodness. So the Six of Cups comes out to clarify the Hangman. Okay, so this has been something emotional, right? The Hangman is a water card. It's connected. Sometimes say the sign of Pisces. The Six of Cups is water here. So this is, you're expressing gratitude for a something very sensitive, heartfelt, tugged on your heartstrings, right? This had to it's something from your past. This feels, right? The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It is sentimentality, but it's more a card of well, it's bringing like your past and the present together, right? If you look, all the fluid in these cups is pouring out and coming together in the one. So it's an attachment to the past. And that's why I'm saying I feel that this surrender and acceptance energy, maybe it had to do with your family. Because this is a card of childhood and innocence and having a beginner's mind. So I do think we're talking about this, the Three of Coins here, with like being an apprentice again. It's something new. But this Hangman energy, the reason that you were in limbo kind of over something and had to surrender is it has to do with your past. Maybe even something that happened in your childhood. It could have to do with children, but I don't think so. I think it's more your childhood than anything else. Anyway, it's what to show gratitude to, and that will unify the energies, right? It'll help them come together, and that way you can look at how they really make you feel, and it won't be in the dark anymore. What needs to be seen, this is where you are breaking a cycle, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, show love to these parts. The Hangman and the Six of Cups. This feels like something really painful, Aries. So with the Seven of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. Lots of water energy on this side so far. All cups here, and the Hangman, another water. So the Queen of Cups here, the cycle you're breaking, energies that are shifting from darkness into light. I think you're surprising yourself with how compassionate you can be. That's and that's allowing you to dream. It's really opening your it's opening your heart. Yeah, because right, the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. We have some sequential cards happening. So the healing of this childhood energy, I really do think it's something like from when you were young. Opens your eyes to new perspectives. And the healing of it opens your heart up to love. Yeah, it does not surprise me that the Justice card came out. I was feeling that pretty heavily. What is in the spotlight? What to embrace? Justice. You need, yeah, justice, right, is card number 11. The Hangman is 12. Something wronged you. You felt like something really treated you unfairly. This could have to do directly with your work, because that clarifies the Three of Pentacles here. It's like you put your heart and soul into something and you weren't trusted. You maybe like you've been waiting for promotion and it just didn't happen, or maybe someone at work actually accused you of doing something that you didn't do, and it really affected you because your work, right? We have the Ace of Wands here. I feel like your work, whatever you're doing, is a passion of yours. And so it hurt to think, for like other people to think that you would do something so unfair, so unjust. And so what to embrace is the justice that I hope you are receiving. And the justice could be a new job, being a student, being an apprentice again. And don't let it feel like it's going backwards, Aries. I don't know. I feel the need to say that. You might feel like this is a step backwards. It's not. This is something brand new and really, really great. Yeah, you're feeling, okay, how can you express yourself more authentically where you're feeling conflicted? The Ten of Wands. Something has felt like a burden, it's also come to an end. This Ten of Wands card, right? All of the wands are collected. They're tied together. They're unified, if you will. The Ten of Wands doesn't necessarily mean unity. It's usually the end of a heavy, long journey. To me, it's almost like a quest. Oh, maybe you've learned, okay, maybe you're having a hard time. Maybe you're having a hard time expressing or manifesting because you're tired. Don't know how else to say it. This has just been such a burden. Again, past 2 weeks, 6 months, or 2 to 3 years, something has just felt so heavy. This Hanged Man energy with the Six of Cups, and you might just be having a hard time connecting to spirit. Interesting, I glanced down. The Nine of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Again, you are very close to something, to getting a big wish fulfillment. And I don't mean that in a small wish like I wish, it won't rain tomorrow. Like, not that kind of wish. Like something that will fulfill your heart. Right? Okay. Let's see here, Aries. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is fated. It's destiny. Wheel of Fortune clarifies the Ace of Wands. What to put to use. Gosh, I love this spread for you guys. This is really nice. And it's interesting. We have the 10 right? Which is the Wheel of Fortune. 11 is Justice. 12 is Hangman. There's something completing. There's something, uniformed about it. Anyway, the what to put to use. Wheel of Fortune. The the alignment that this this lesson affords you, and this justice affords you, like, allow the gratitude you show for this Hangman and Six of Cups energy, and the justice that this Three of Pentacles, Three of Coins energy brings. This apprenticeship, working together, learning something. I really do feel being a student again with this Three of Coins one. Let these things really, like, just align you, and you start seeing the synchronicities. You might start seeing synchronicities already. And know that while the wheel is spinning, right, turning, always, you are in control in some aspect, and you can take a hold of the wheel and start turning it in another direction. And you do that by changing your mindset, our thoughts, behaviors, actions, things like this. That is the way that you're in control, right? And nothing happens overnight. But the Ace of Wands with what to put to use. All these, again, all the lessons you've learned over the past, I feel, 2 to 3 years. Something very big feels like it's happening to you. Okay, this is a little weird. The Nine of Cups is at the bottom of the deck again. So that's a third time. And, okay. So close to something. All right, let's clarify the moon. There we go. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so what's being hidden from you? This is all in your mind. The Eight of Swords is about being in our own kind of mental prison that we have put ourselves in, right? In this particular Eight of Swords, I look at the swords as lessons sometimes. So these are like coming in, and these two lessons are being tied together by this unifying blue. And this is about the throat chakra, our voice, by this blue ribbon. There's a need to unify the lessons here, the Wheel of Fortune. Something needs to, and it's, go on the journey is feel like what it's saying. But also, if you lean into this Ace of Wands, if you just really start, remember when I said, watch those flickers and follow the flicker? That's the Wheel of Fortune. That's the synchronicity. Follow the flicker of a flame, and you will start seeing the synchronicities. And I think you will get out of a mental prison you're in, and you won't feel like there are so many mysteries, like things are being hidden from you, because things aren't being hidden from you. That is a small, that's keeping your mind in like a area where your perspective is very narrow. So follow the signs and signals that you get right now, Aries. I really feel like that is important. Okay, and the Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck now. So the Five of Wands is playful competition, but it can be a victory card leading to a victory. The Six of Wands, which comes right after, is a triumph. So, like I said, I feel like you're very close to something. Okay, we're going to pull an oracle card for you to see how you can integrate the Gemini energy of your day-to-day routine with Sagittarius's energy of life ideals and philosophies. And once those come together, what this energy asks is to see where does that place you in society, right? Because once our life philosophies merge with how we live our day-to-day life, we can then pull back and say, okay, and now in the grand scheme of things, right, Sagittarius energy, very big picture, large, Where does this place me, Gemini energy, in society, in my neighborhood, in my community? What can I, because then we can help more, right? If we know exactly what we believe and how that aligns with what we're around, then we can see things much clearer. So grace is the suggestion here on how to do that. Says the presence of this card calls you to pause, take heart, and return to the miraculous simplicity of the moment. Through the gift of life alone, you are already part of the miracle of grace. You may feel overwhelmed by the pressures surrounding you or isolated and disconnected from the beating heart of your sacred relationship to life. Perhaps you are overanalyzing things or measuring your progress by man-made yardsticks which have no bearing on your spiritual identity. Without a doubt, there have been countless times when you sought guidance and grace was present, but went unnoticed. She can be found in the space between notes of a tune that call your body to dance and spirit to soar. I feel like this is really related to that Ace of Wands energy, to follow that spark. Follow what makes you feel like dancing, in the sense of this card. She is hidden with the silence between breaths and in the very pulse of life itself. Look for her in the changing faces of Mother Nature. The next time you find yourself grumbling about the rain, the rain, interesting. Remember these words from John Updike. Rain is grace. Rain is the sky condescending to the earth. Without rain, there would be no life. Remember when I said don't wish for rain earlier? I don't know, maybe wish for rain. All right, Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope it helped. I hope you take care during this full moon. If it resonated, like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.